Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you've been scrolling through social media or watching the news, you've probably heard the same complaint over and over. Big corporations are buying up all the houses, driving up prices, and making it impossible for regular folks to buy a home. It sounds like a villain straight out of a movie, right? Wall Street fat cats snapping up properties left and right. But hold on. Is that really the story? Today, I'm breaking down why institutional home buyers aren't the boogeyman they're made out to be. The real culprit? A massive shortage of housing supply. Stick around because we're diving into the data, debunking myths, and talking solutions. Let's get into it. First off, let's talk facts. A lot of people lump all investors together, but there's a big difference between your average mom and pop landlord and massive institutional buyers, the huge firms with thousands of properties. According to research from John Burns Real Estate Consulting, large institutional investors, those owning 100 or more homes, are buying less than 2% of all homes on the market. Yeah, you heard that right, less than 2%. Even the biggest players, those with 1,000 plus homes, account for under 1% of overall home ownership in the single-family home market. Overall, investors do make up a bigger chunk, about 25% of home sales in recent years. But most of those are small-scale buyers, like individuals or local investors flipping a few properties or renting out a second home. The giant corporations, they're a tiny slice of the pie. Blaming them for sky-high prices is like blaming a single raindrop for a flood. And speaking of that blame game, just this month, President Trump announced he's taking steps to ban large institutional investors from buying more single-family homes. He posted on Truth Social that people live in homes, not corporation, and he's calling on Congress to codify it into law. It's a populist move with some bipartisan appeal aimed at making housing more affordable for everyday buyers. But experts are skeptical it would make a big dent in prices because these large institutions still only control a small fraction, around 1 to 3% of single-family housing or recent purchases. The policy targets the big players, not small investors, but it doesn't address the root issue. So, if it's not institutions, what's the real problem? It's supply, supply, supply. The U.S. is facing a massive housing shortage, and estimates put it around 3.7 million units short as of late 2024, and that gap has not closed. Since the 2008 financial crisis, home building hasn't kept up with population growth, job creation, or demand. We've got more people wanting homes, but fewer being built. Why is that? Strict zoning laws make it hard to build in high-demand areas. NIMBYism, not in my backyard attitudes, block new developments. Regulations and permitting processes can drag on for years, jacking up costs. Rising material prices and inflations don't help either. The result, prices go up because there's just not enough homes to go around. But look what's happening right here in Austin, a perfect real-world example, especially since I'm right here in the thick of it. In late 2003 and 2024, the city passed the Home Initiative reforms, allowing up to 3 homes on lots that previously could only have 1. And they slashed minimum lot sizes dramatically, down to as low as 1,800 square feet in some cases. This basically upzoned parts of the city to encourage more density and lots of building. The impact has been huge. Builders responded quickly. Filings for multi-unit projects jumped 86% in the first year after the changes, and large national builders like D.R. Horton, Lennar, Pulte Homes, Taylor Morrison, and others have added thousands of homes in supply, especially in the suburbs and the surrounding areas like Pflugerville, Leander, Kyle, Georgetown, Cedar Park, and Maynard. These big builders ramped up construction after the pandemic demand spike, delivering thousands and thousands of homes throughout 2025. Often in the more affordable $350 to $550 price range too, with incentives like rate buy-downs, closing cost credits, and all sorts of other extras. Austin ranked 9th nationwide for new home construction activity in 2025, with nearly 3,900 building permits issued just in the first 2 months alone, and hundreds of new homes sold. New construction now makes up a big chunk of listings, pushing overall inventory to healthier levels, around 6 months in supply, making it a healthy buyer's market and giving buyers real leverage. The result, medium home prices have cooled significantly. From pandemic peaks over 550,000, mediums have dropped to around 440,000 by late 2025, with some reports showing year-over-year declines of 67% or more in parts of the metro. Anecdotally, entry-level new builds are hitting well below 500,000 in areas, and some are as low as 250 to 300,000. So, combined with easier zoning, this has helped to stabilize and bring prices way down. It's basic economics in action. Boost supply, make permitting easier, big builders step up, and prices start to drop dramatically. So what's the fix nationally? We need to build more homes, period. That's it. That means zoning laws to allow more density, like apartments and townhomes in single-family areas, speed up permitting, make that easier and cheaper, incentivize builders with tax breaks or subsidies for affordable housing, and maybe even encourage those institutional investors to build new rental properties like build-to-rent neighborhoods instead of just buying existing ones. Don't get me wrong, transparency in the market is important and we should watch out for any predatory practices. But moves like Trump's proposed ban highlight real frustrations with affordability, but scapegoating a group that's buying less than 2% of the homes distracts from the real issue. We simply need more housing built. Austin shows us that when cities actually allow more building and large builders add tons of supply, prices can come way down. What do you think? Are high prices all about supply, or is there more to it? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If this helped clear things up, please give it a like and please subscribe for more real estate content breakdown in the future. Hit the bell so you don't miss the next one. Thanks y'all, I really appreciate it.